Hello. Mm. Hmm? Mm. Hello. How are you today? I, yeah, that's me. But then the question becomes, who is you? You know? Who are you? Oh, it's me. Okay, well, who the fuck is me? If you take meds for like 3 years, it'll help. That's one. Two, you can get hair advancement, scalp, whatever. I didn't, but I've been thinking about that because a girl gets dysphoric. I don't know, maybe I could a little bit there. What do we think? We don't know. So who knows? Get a lineup? You're not cooked. You're not cooked, GP. You are the opposite of cooked. Mm. Oh, thank you for the likes. We got likes coming in, brand new from the factory. The best likes you've ever seen. We got the best chat you've ever seen. We got, oh, we got broke girl charcuterie board, right? We got the MCR t-shirt going crazy. We got likes coming in hot. Mm. Italian food is not just pasta and pizza. Some of y'all don't know that. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all don't know about this. Some of y'all really don't know about that. And some of y'all really like. Okay, but then here's an interesting concept. Why is it that Italian food gets two types of restaurants, right? Think about that. Why does Italian food? You can go to an Italian joint, right? I think someone in chat said tap your screen. I agree. But you can go to an Italian joint or you can go to a pizza shop. What's up with that? You know what I mean? There's not like a taco place and a burrito place, or like
Hello?
a Mexican place and a taco place. What's good?
I have a question.
Ask away.
Are you a guy or girl?
What do you mean?
Are you female or male? What do you identify as?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, of course. I'm interested in life, so I want to know.
Why do you want to know? Can't
I
you
don't know.
tell?
No, not really.
Really?
Am I gonna get an answer?
I don't know. Taps tip jar.
Tap the screen.
What?
Tap the screen. Everyone.
I'm gonna tap the screen and I will answer his
Tap
question.
away.
By the way, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so I do this bit where I say, "Can you hear me?" And the guest is supposed to respond loud and queer. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, no. But so you're supposed to respond loud and queer.
Loud and queer.
Hmm.
What
There
do
we
you mean by
go.
that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by loud and queer?
Well,
Specifically the queer
it
part.
sounds like loud and clear.
Yeah, but you said queer. Like, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What else to say if you say queer?
Like gay people.
I ain't into that zesty shit, bro. I came out here to ask a question, bro.
I'm a lady.
Ah, thanks.
No problem. There you go. You got his answer. I thought it was pretty obvious, but hey, who's to say? I am so lonely. All of the other Viltrumites are scared of me. Sometimes I am so lonely I could cry, but I don't. Conquest. I don't even get a name, just a purpose. GPT-5 test account. Oh my god, I just drooled on myself. Would I ever get VFS? Yeah, in April. I mean June. No, July. Yeah, I'm getting VFS in April. I mean, no, July. Why do I keep saying April? God, these bimbo pills go crazy. What's your pronounce? Bro, I don't know nothing about that. My pronouns are US/A. Bimbo pills. My pronouns are USA, brother. Oh, yes, sir. When you buy a Ford truck, we donate one pair to the Himalayan mountains. The thing about driving a Dodge tractor is that everybody's going to think you got a small Packer. How about that? I'm sorry. Well, we got likes coming in. We got the best stream on TikTok, probably. And we got more likes coming in. And we don't have any questions, but we do have another guest, a friend, like it's someone who I'm friends with. I'm a legend. How are you doing today?
Hello? Do your
Hello.
dishes.
My
I can see
dishes.
there's dirty pot in the background. Do
Those
it.
are my roommates. Those are my roommates.
And I typed it out and you ignored me. I know you did that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Go do
Those
your
were
dishes,
sorry. Hold on. See, sink is empty. Leave me alone.
dude. That pot is gonna kill a little orphan child one day, and it's
Oh,
gonna hit you like a truck.
oh. What do you mean?
Do your dishes. I don't know, man. Look, like the butterfly effect is a crazy thing. Do your dishes. A big truck just came by.
The dish is clean. Like it's just
What?
sitting out and
Why
about.
is that's so dirty?
My
Put it back.
roommate. It's my roommate. It's my roommate's dishes. Okay. Look. I have my own dishes because my roommate is dirty. How about a plot? How about that kind of
Okay,
plot twist?
just do your roommate a favor and just put it back, please. It's an eyesore in this life.
Well,
Put it just put it back, please.
not for free, baby.
I'm gonna kill you.
I love you too. Bye bye. How about this?
I you just gotta move him out the way a little bit.
All right.
It's all about the perception, young man.
There.
Yes, that's so. I can't even
Is that
explain how much better that is.
okay? Well, I moved the dishes, so I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need y'all to tap the screen for moving the dishes.
Well,
But
wait,
then
how
also,
old are
I'm
you?
gonna need
19?
y'all. How old am I?
Yeah,
You think I'm 19?
22. How old are you? Cause I had the same issue when I was 19 and I had a roommate, bro. That motherfucker was dirty, but I would never clean his stuff, bro.
You think I'm 19? I'm flattered.
How old are you, bro? Are you like
How
30?
old do you think I am?
I thought your ass was 19, but you might be like, I don't know, man. I thought you look young. You don't have a lick of facial hair on you.
No,
How old are you, young man? Hey, you're probably
I'm
older
not
than
that
me.
old.
I'm 21, bro.
I'm older than you.
25. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like you beef with your roommate, bro. Am I right?
I love her. She's amazing.
Oh, you got a oh shit! You got a girl roommate.
Yeah.
Congrats.
What do you mean,
Congratulations.
congrats?
Oh, do you flip the other way? You swing your leg on that side of the fence. I know you do. You don't even got to say nothing, brother. Answer.
The way you said that was hilarious.
I'm just trying to be vague, man. TikTok. Like you got to pause, man. I think I'm right. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, you're lit. Hold on, you're muted, bro. I can't hear you. Unmute. I can't hear you. Chat, can you hear this, man? Now we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you. Hi.
So, are you a trans woman?
Some might say.
Then why do you sound like a man?
What does sound like a man mean?
The masculinity in your voice, and you clearly not on estrogen.
Good eye. Definitely not on
Because
estrogen.
women, even women with deep voices, don't have that raspiness in their voice unless they have problems with their throat or the vocal cords.
Well, I can guarantee you, I've never had any complaints about my throat. Mm.
Nobody's asking that sort of shit. We're asking why do you sound like a. I'm asking why do you sound like a man? Well, you do know because clearly you're mocking the trans community.
Clearly.
Well,
Clearly,
you're not making
I'm
any effort to look like a woman.
I'm mocking the trans community.
You're not making any effort to look like a woman.
So trans women need to make effort to look like women.
Yeah. If you're gonna look like a man, I'm gonna treat you like a man.
Oh, that would be nice. You know that men have a lot of privilege in the society that we live in.
Well, no, the thing is,
Oh,
bitches
no.
like you
Oh,
who like to mock the community, and people like you and Lily Tino, because you two look alike.
oh, yo, that's crazy.
You two look
Oh,
alike,
you
and you
just
two
hate
sound
trans
alike.
people.
No, I don't hate trans people because I have trans friends who actually
Yeah, I have
sound
black
and
friends.
present themselves as women. It's bitches like you who like to mock them,
I'm
and
not
that
mocking
small
anybody.
minority, and that small minority who actually make the conscious effort to make themselves present and sound and look like women, whereas you
Hmm.
are just fucking a disgrace.
Tell me how you really feel.
I'm telling you how I feel. This is why bitches don't fuck with you.
I got a hell of people who fuck with me.
What? Because you're a man.
No,
And you still got wood down there.
this is a very invasive question.
Well, it's not invasive because it's true.
No,
Bitch, how the fuck have you still got an Adam's apple and no tits and no fucking dick, and yet you still say you're a woman? The fuck?
because you're holding me to an arbitrary distinction of femininity,
No, it's not femininity at all.
of womanhood. You're literally a whole ass man telling me that I'm not woman enough. Like, you
Well,
for
because
real?
you're not a biological woman. A
I'm sorry
biological
that
being is a living organism. You're a man, sex assigned at
I'm
birth.
alive. I'm alive, gorgeous. Hmm.
Oh, thank you for calling me gorgeous. But yeah, what I was saying. Thank you. What I was saying was the fact is when you speak like that and you go into a woman's bathroom, they're gonna be scared of you.
I don't go into the women's bathroom
So why do you call yourself a trans woman then? And why do you say all this other shit?
because I am a trans woman.
You're not though.
What do you mean? Oh, my bad. I didn't realize you, Mister Know It All, with you.
At
So
least
yeah,
I'm real with who I am, and I'm not fucking delusional.
I mean, you sound pretty off kilter.
What? Because I'm a gay man who knows who he is.
I didn't say anything about you being gay, bro.
No, I did. That's why I clarified it because you
No,
said I'm off kilter.
you said
I'm
that I,
off kilter.
yeah, off kilter means I was meaning you seem to be exuding frustration or anger.
I don't think I sound angry.
Chat, does he sound angry?
I'd be shouting if I was angry. That's just raising somebody's voice does not mean they're angry. It's just
Yes,
voicing
no,
an
yes, no,
opinion.
yes.
It's voicing an opinion.
You literally know nothing about trans experience with trans people,
And you
and
literally know
you're
nothing about being a trans woman because you are a man.
so hateful,
I'm
Hunty.
not hateful. I'm just
Oh
truthful in the fact that you like
no,
to mock people for
I'm
who
not
they
mocking
actually like.
anybody. Oh my God.
You don't do the proper voice training to be to sound like a woman.
All right, if you insist. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, it does actually because you're actually fucking
Oh,
sounding like a woman.
So I need to meet your arbitrary standard of
A
femininity.
lot of people, if you want to be a woman, you need to act like one.
Uh, 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 bitch. Oh my God. You are so funny.
How does it make me a transphobe when I'm actually being
No,
truthful?
you're
A
no,
lot of
okay,
women
okay.
would
No,
feel
no,
the
no, no, no,
same.
no. Okay,
A
okay,
lot of
okay.
no no
Mister
no
gets
no. A
rejected on
lot of
Grinder all
women would
day. Mister, hey, 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 hey.
a lot of women
Oh
would
my
feel the
God.
same. A lot of women would feel the same. I'm not ignorant. I'm just truthful.
You are actually like with all due respect.
No, a lot of women would feel the same.
No, no, no. Like respectfully, and I mean this as like a prompt to self-reflect. You are actually very ignorant.
Maybe I don't care.
Oh, oh, and we can leave it at that.
Okay, bye.
Hold on. Enjoy getting rejected on Grindr. Goodbye.
What? This is so confusing for me.
Oh, you're confused?
Yes, I am.
I never make men confused ever.
You're making me confused, and I'm a man.
Mm. Well, that's a first. Do talk to me.
Look, because like, why you moving your shoulders and combing your hair like that? Because you see females do that, and you think if you do that, you gonna be a female. Honestly, I don't
It's
mind, dude.
not
You
that
seem
deep, bro.
chill.
It's not that
No, no,
deep, bro.
no.
No, it's not that deep. I'm just doing it because my hair is getting in my face.
Just do it more
It's not
masculine,
that
bro.
deep.
You got a
If
deep ass. I
you want
think
me to
your
do it
voice is
more,
deeper than mine.
you want me to really be more masculine, dog?
No, no, I don't care about
You
none of that.
sure? I mean, it sounded like for real, dude. Like it sounded like
Ooh.
you wanted me to be more.
No, no, no. I'm just
You want me to
wondering.
keep it here?
No,
What would
no.
make you feel comfortable? What do I need to do to make you feel as comfortable as possible?
To make me
Because
feel
that's why
because
I exist, right? To
all
make
I'm
you feel
wondering,
comfortable.
the question that's pressing in my mind is: are you going for like a rock star, like Motley Crue look, or are you going for a transgender look?
I'm just trying to be me, baby.
And the fact you said, baby, you trying to look like a female. I'm just confused. I'm from Texas. I don't encounter this stuff, man. I don't know
Well,
what's
I
going
know
on. I just want to know what's going on.
you should probably venture outside of Texas.
To what? Look at transgenders? No, I'll venture outside. I'll venture outside of Texas for other reasons.
You trying to fly me out to Texas so we can have a
Oh
conversation?
no, no, stop. We have a conversation right now. Texas has trans. I know they do, but the trans here are like, I don't. It's very complicated. See, this issue
Oh,
just confuses me.
wait, you said this issue? What
The
issue?
flex your biceps? No, sir. You
You
flex
want
your
me to
biceps. Sloan. What do you got a deep voice, you got a lot of testosterone, you could build some muscle, man, if you wanted to.
I can guarantee I don't have a lot of testosterone.
I could tell by your voice. Do you have to shave your beard or you just have no beard?
What do you mean?
I don't see no facial hair on you. Do you have a beard or do you hold on, let me see. Like I got a little testosterone, so I got a little beard going on and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you have some you got a deeper voice than me, right? Shit.
You think?
Yeah, what are you trying to if you're trying to be a female, like go all the way? Like get some boobs, get some whatever, and turn up.
Oh, do
No,
that.
what am I
That's
looking at?
natural. That's natural.
Natty isn't appreciated in society.
I
Like
know.
I take roids.
I
Like
know. I gotta get some
it's
real
not weird as
situation
Riz.
going.
No, they said
Maybe
weirdest
not.
Riz ever. I'm not rizzing. I'm just talking to this young woman man. I'm just talking to this young person. Fucking no.
This
But hold on.
young wood man.
What?
That's funny as fuck.
You just trying to be a hybrid? Is this where humanity's going?
Do you think I'm trying to be a hybrid?
What the? No, you can't. No, you can't do that. You can't just.
What?
You
What
can't
do you
just.
mean? I can't just what?
You listen. Oh my god! What the fuck is that?
What's what?
My brain is like we know guest is on Grinder. Come on, bro. Y'all slandering my name. Oh, we got
Why is being on
140
Grindr
here.
slander?
Hey, send some gifts. Send some gifts.
Yeah,
But
why don't we send some gifts for reference? If anybody wants to support me in any fashion,
and me
you can
too.
go in my link tree, which is in my bio, and help me out on Venmo or Cash App. Just send me a request and I will let the transaction through. Anything you can do totally helps.
Yeah, you could just send something to me too as well, and I'll
Yeah, and
just.
help out our Texan over here.
Ooh, 130, one texting. Yeah, I'm just very confused, bro. This shit isn't in my world, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, bro. So you're trying to be a female is what I'm understanding. So me personally, I could become a female if I wanted to.
I don't think so.
Why? Why can you, not me? That's kind of
Well, because it is a bit unintuitive to think about, but the fact that you're not means that you couldn't.
that's not what that means.
Well,
Yeah.
what I mean is that if you're not dysphoric,
So you
then
you 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 understand it as a mental illness, gender dysphoria,
I
dysphoric
wouldn't describe it as a mental illness. I would describe that I have a uh,
delusion.
chromosomal disorder. Oh, buddy, come on.
Disorder, delusion is kind of similar. I'm
I
not
mean, but
saying
you're,
that.
but what I'm saying is that people have created words and constructs to label a thing that I experience. So I say, hey, my brain and my body are different, girl brain, boy body. That's
That's
kind
not
of
how.
awkward.
That's not how it works, though.
That's not how it works for you. That is literally how it works. That is literally what I experience in my life. That is my reality. And I don't mean that in some like Black Mirror way, and I don't mean it in some like, oh, that's my deluded reality. It's like, no, 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 that's a thing that like they've done studies, and if I want to make an appeal to uh
Okay.
things that are pathologized, right? Trans women's brains are similar, or like trans women's brains are closer to female brains than to male brains, right? That's how you would pathologize that. But then
Okay,
also,
okay, but enough about gender. First of all these people call me
oh,
bi-curious. Y'all are literally liberals that believe in that. So don't try and hate me. Don't try and crucify
oh
me for being.
Lord.
Look, if I'm bi, I'm bi. I'm not bi. But the fact that y'all are making fun of me for possibly being
Yeah,
bi.
look,
No.
listen,
It's crazy.
listen.
It's crazy.
Everybody in chat is being very transphobic
No, it is
because
what it is. But listen, what other
do you
dreams
have
do you
any idea
have?
how many straight guys I've hooked up with?
That's no, I bet. No, I've seen it's kind of crazy out here. But listen, you're bi, it don't matter. What other dreams do you have? Like, forget all the gender stuff, bro. Like, you could be whatever gender you want, but what other dreams do you have? Like, you seem to dream about this shit. Like, you really want to be a female. That's fine. No one cares, bro. But like, what
I
I
mean,
like how
people
I
seem
like
to
how you don't
care.
touch on that too much. But what other dreams do you have? Like, that's more important, man. Fuck your gender. It just means nothing.
Type shit.
Yeah, what other dreams do you have? Tell the chat. Tell the chat. We got 116 here. Ooh, ooh. They're giving me no gift.
I think one day I would like for society to stop indoctrinating children into cults.
Ooh, shit. That's you're a progressive ass trans person. Stop. Are you talking about like what are they like transgender? I can't even say that word, but like in the clubs and stuff, dancing on the poles. Those type of people in children's schools. That's indoctrinating to me. I
No, no. I think we should stop indoctrinating children into cults.
like what? Give an example. Yeah,
Uh,
drag queens. That's
Catholicism?
okay. That's fine. I agree with that. But if I agree with that, you could also agree with the fact that drag queens need to stop indoctrinating children. My bad, bro. I'm bad at speaking.
What are drag queens doing to indoctrinate children?
In places like California and northern states, they're literally going there to actual schools and speaking to children. I don't know if you've seen the
Why is
videos
that bad?
because they're literally male strippers. Do you think regular
Whoa,
strip?
what? No, what? Drag queens are not strippers.
What are they? What?
It's performance art, and I know like it's literally not stripping.
You can say that
Drag.
about stripping performance art.
Okay, that's funny. No, so yeah, that is funny. You could say that about stripping. Drag people are just mascots, kind of low key.
Why do they wear provocative clothing?
Well, they don't wear provocative clothing when they go to see the kids.
Yes, they do, man. Have you seen the
No, they
videos?
don't.
This is because I'm sure you're more like on the Democratic side. I'm a little more
I wouldn't say
Republican.
that. I wouldn't say that at all. I actually don't believe in binaries, and I would consider myself a based wishing for. I consider myself a utopian socialist.
Hey, y'all send us some gifts, man. Y'all send both of us some gifts. But utopian
Yeah.
socialist,
hmm
I could possibly agree with that if it was possible. But it's a little rough out here. America's like
Well,
breaking down
I
a little bit.
consider I consider utopian socialism a philosophy of simply working towards the ideal version of society. But then the question becomes ideal for who? And I would say ideal for as many people as possible without infringing on anybody else's freedom. I think that your
That's kind of
freedom
vague. I think that's
ends.
democracy.
So I would agree that it's vague, but that's not what democracy means. Democracy is where the media brainwashes people into voting for dumb shit. That's
Yeah, kind
democracy.
of more of a communist society type stuff. It's a little bit of a communist society, oh man, where we're getting political. That's what people like to see, man. Y'all love
Mhm.
arguing. Coaches
Mm.
be more supportive. I'm being supportive. I have no issue with this. I was just saying be you, and then I was asking because
Can I add to that?
yeah,
You don't think you have an issue with it.
I have a little bit of an issue with it. You want me to explain?
Okay, so you do think you so run it. What's your issue?
But I didn't say nothing about the issue I have with it. I just don't like when men, act all feminine. It's just a little odd. It's very odd to me
Why is it odd?
because that
You've
like
never bred a femboy?
I haven't. That's a crazy
You gotta
statement.
try it. You
I don't
gotta try it.
because they can have long hair and red nails and stuff, but I don't want those callousy hands on me. I don't want those. I don't want that deep ass voice on my ear, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
What calluses?
You got a little calluses going on there. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I'm talking about.
I literally actually don't have any calluses on my hand.
No, forget the callus. It's just the deep voice, bro. You go like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, what am I gonna do? Because here I'll be direct. Like I'm not gonna mess with your butthole. Like you know what I'm saying? That's weird. That's what vaginas are for. Does that
Literally,
make sense?
literally straight men, 4 years ago. Hey babe, can I put it in your backside? Hey babe, can we do backdoor tonight?
We do back door and under the door, bro. We don't do just back door and then ignore the thing sticking out. Like that's a little strange.
Yeah, straight men famously do not do not ignore women's parts at all.
But like there's nothing really wrong with gender. I mean, gender's always acceptable because it's not like they revolve around making things about their gender. They just feel more comfortable as a person if their gender was different.
That's not even what the argument's about.
I don't want to have an argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
No,
you were talking about like earlier about how trans women and stuff, like how it was weird.
a little
It
bit.
is weird to them. It is weird to them.
It is. This is what I'm talking about.
That's why it's called transphobia. It's weird, i.e., you don't understand it. You fear what you don't understand. You fear trans fear transphobia.
But how can I not understand such a simple thing? Like one of the most simplest things in the world is a boy's a boy, a girl's a girl.
Well,
You can say anything is the most simplest thing in the world if you want to.
well,
No, I
And
can't.
it's
No,
not
at
that
all.
simple.
I cannot say
it's
anything
because it
else.
is actually not that simple.
Okay, I have
It's
an
not,
example for you. Can I use one?
Yeah.
Okay. 99% of every single atom in the universe is going to be either hydrogen or helium. There are no other elements besides
That's not
hydrogen and
simple.
helium. That's
That's
simple.
not simple. I'll tell you right now. I don't know what it's not simple. You're talking about some science shit right now. Okay.
Oh, does that scare you? I'm sorry.
I'm terrified. What are you talking about though? Go ahead. It's just not simple, but go ahead.
Bro, you're telling me you don't have any like lab coat shawties?
I don't have lab coats. I got hood rat shorties.
Really?
That's what I prefer. Yeah, some science shit. Well, she literally brought up, oh, I can say anything's the simplest thing in the world, and she's like hydrogen and carbon dioxide. And she's talking all this shit. Like, no, bro,
I didn't even say carbon dioxide. What are you talking
I
about?
know. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of literally anything simpler than elements. Like, I'm trying to break it down
think of something
further than
simpler
elements for you.
genders. Think of something simpler than genders. Boy, girl. There you go.
Numbers, binary, 1, 0, on, off.
There you go.
Yeah, those are the most common. So there are only two numbers. Everything else is a mental illness.
What?
Yo, you're actually cooking. She's she's cooking.
Human beings are
The
watching.
sky is either blue in the day or black at night. So those are the only two colors it
There
can
you
be.
go. Exactly, and that's the only thing you put under that's simpler than gender. The sky's blue in the daytime.
No.
Do you disagree that the sky is blue?
Okay,
Are we
no,
really
no.
down with that?
No.
Finley, hold on. Okay, coach. I don't know. Coach.
Ugh.
The point that is trying to be made is that gender, right, is not so simple, actually. Are there just two numbers? 1 and 0? No. There's a lot of numbers in the same way.
That's what the universe
That
is made out of.
in the same way that are there just two genders, boy and girl? No. Are there just two sexes, male and female? No. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. But most people only have a very limited understanding of it.
How many
So-
genders are there?
How many colors are there?
There's a lot of different shades of colors.
There's a lot of different types of genders.
That's not how genders work, though. You're
Bro,
trying to
it's
overcomplicate
an
it.
analogy. It's a metaphor.
I
It's
understand
actually
you. I
so.
understand it. That was a decent analogy, but that's just not how genders work. You can't use
No,
analogies
no, no,
for
no,
every
no.
single aspect of life.
So how
like-
do genders work then?
Boy, girl. 2 words.
And what is that determined by?
Vagina and penis.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that.
What do you
and that's
have?
the end of the convo. Exactly. That's how simple it is.
I love how bro's like, vagina, penis. Yep, did it. Dog, I fucking solved that
There's
shit.
different energies you could give, feminine, and masculine, in different shades.
Feminine energy.
I'm drunk as hell, but feminine and masculine.
Why are you drunk?
No, I'm not. I didn't say that. Don't say that word. That's messed up.
It's early, dude. What?
Because I can do whatever I want. We have free will.
It's my party. I can cry if I want to.
Feminine energy and masculine.
Feminine.
I'm starting to realize why you don't have a girlfriend to stop you from day drinking.
Oh my god.
That's a decent point. I don't want to go to.
That's a decent point.
Get
Oh
into
my
my
God.
personal life. Don't
He
do that.
didn't even clap back. He just took that one on the chin. That's crazy. Look, hey dude, you're definitely a lot of fun to talk to. I'm gonna follow you.
Bad, bro. I'll follow you bad, damn. What do you post? Hold on, let me see.
What do I post on? I post a lot of trans stuff. Because I'm fucking trans, and if I post something that's not trans stuff, right?
I thought you like played guitar or something. I thought that's what was going on with the long hair and whatnot.
Oh shit, you like do TikTok? Did I kick him? No, what the fuck happened?
He thought you played guitar?
Yeah, people think I'm like some Kurt Cobain type or something. Bro, follow me back. We're having a good conversation. And he's funny too. I didn't mean to kick you. That was an accident.
That guy's funny as hell.
That was funny. That's
I want
probably
to
why he's
keep him in
got-
a bowl.
Bro, are we mutes? We're moots. Let's go. The best thing about we have Dark Maga 3. Hold on. I'm gonna in like 10 seconds, Finley, I'm gonna sick you on this person, okay?
Let me catch
Dark
my-
Maga? What
What's
are we bringing
up?
to the table? What's
good?
up? I'm not Mega. I'm Dark Maga.
I see you like my name. Appreciate it.
I don't know how
Appreciate
to say
it.
like.
Well, I mean, hey, got a reaction. That's what a username's there for, right?
No,
So-
art. That's what art is there for, not a
Don't fuck
username.
with me. I'm Dark
Yeah, I
Maga.
guess so. I guess you could consider my username art. Appreciate it.
No.
Well, got an emotional response ID the same way art would. So there you go. Anyways,
Yes,
enough about my
you
username.
you owned the lib on your screen.
Anyways,
Who's
enough
not
about
the lib?
me. Dark Maga.
Enough about my username is pretty relevant.
Why do you
What do you
sound
wanna
like
talk about?
Napoleon
I
Dynamite?
wanted to talk about transgenderism.
What is? Wait, that's not a thing.
Transgenderism?
Yeah, that's not a thing. It's like it's not an ism. Like You could say communism, but transgenderism isn't a thing.
Ism is like the being of something.
I mean, would you say homosexualism? You probably would, actually.
What?
But like,
This
you
poor
wouldn't
man
say,
is afflicted with cisgenderism.
yeah, you wouldn't say goonerism. You wouldn't say gayism. So why are you saying transgenderism?
Well, they're different. Being gay and trans are different.
They're pretty comparable, honestly.
I would say
You
they're
know,
different. One's
straight
talking about
is to
changing
gay
anatomy. The
as
other one's talking about a sexual preference.
I don't know if I would say preference seems like a very light word, and
Gay and homosexuality is a sexual preference of if you're a female or you desire a female over a male. If you're a male, you desire a male over a female. That's a
okay,
desire, a preference that we feel internally.
Well,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
I don't like it being framed entirely around sexuality. I mean, it is labeled as asexuality, but I think being gay is a lot larger than just
By what do you
who
mean?
you
Like
do the
if the
nasty with.
no, that's then you're saying being gay is a costume. Like I could, if I act a certain way or dress a certain way, I'm like, what are you
I didn't
insinuating
say,
that? But
no.
what
I
are you
said like
insinuating if you have gay sex?
being gay
Or
is
can I
not
say that?
about who.
I don't want
Don't
to get
please
you.
don't please don't. Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, I don't want to get
Being
you
gay
flagged. I'm
is
sorry.
you do, but being gay is not just about who you do the nasty with. It's also about who you love, who
Oh,
you
okay, sure,
yeah, who you spend your life with, who
Like,
yearn
okay,
for.
but what you're saying is someone could have desires and lust, but not love that same person. I think that's fair. Like someone could be
Not what I'm saying. I'm sorry. With all due respect, does your brain work right?
like, well, what are you saying? What are you saying? A gay? What is gay then?
Okay,
Explain to me.
let scratch all this. Let's just. What do
oh,
you want
good
to
lord.
talk about?
Well, actually, this sparked a great like. If how is gay not intercourse with like desires of relations? I don't know how to phrase it, but
Because
with the same sex gender, like that's what
because
being
because
gay is.
being gay or being queer, which I would actually make a distinction between, but being gay is more than just who you do the nasty with.
Again, I don't understand how
Okay,
Because
so sorry, go
that.
ahead.
you go. I need to break.
So I'm gonna call you Dark Maga because I don't have any other name to call you by. Are you straight?
Call him Gooner McGee.
Well,
Gunnar
like
McGee
here we go. Like
works.
Oxford languages, gay,
Mr. McGee.
sexually or romantically attracted to people of one's own sex.
Hold
Like
on, hold on.
that's just what it is.
Yes,
So,
hold on.
are you
But
straight?
oh, sorry, I'm
I'm
gonna
just
jump
like
in. I'm
talking
gonna
about
jump in
what
quickly.
it is.
No, because you can't, Finley. If you make that argument of like, well, then is your relationship with a woman only defined by intercourse? He'll say yes. So like,
No, it's
you
not.
can't.
Oh
And
no, that
that's
wasn't
what
what I
I
was gonna
said. No,
ask.
and that's what I
Oh,
said
okay, right.
earlier is where I'm saying I think you're onto something where I think someone could be like, quote unquote bisexual and be attracted like to both sexes while only being able to have romantic relations with one. I think that is a possible reality for someone. Like that is something that where it's like it is.
Fascinating.
So bisexuals are real and nothing else.
It's fascinating.
I'm sorry that
Finley, is
person
there
was
any?
getting on your nerves.
I wouldn't say getting on my nerves. I would say testing my this is entertainment for me. I find this fun. I was having like a lunch and was like, instead of watching YouTube, I should just go live on TikTok.
There's so
And
much sorry.
yeah,
You
there
can
are a
say
lot of misconceptions about trans people, queer people, but that's intentional from the media and a lot of yada yada yada. We could go
Oh
into
yeah, and
we
a
could talk
lot
about
of
that
things.
all
I was
day.
actually I wanted to discuss a
am just
topic.
here for fun. Yeah, let's just go to the topic. Finley, is there anything you want to say quickly before I move on?
No, just that the dolls absolutely deserve to play with a few Nazis a day.
Facts. All right. I followed you. Come back here anytime, okay, Finley?
Of course, love ya. Mwah.
Take care. Love ya. Bye bye, girly pop. Okay. James
How's it going?
Earl Jones.
Joins.
Wait, seriously? I was just making a joke. What is your hello?
My
James
pronounce are he,
joins.
him.
All right.
Yeah, so I wanted to
Okay.
ask you a question. If you if
Sure.
you think this is going on, so I just got accepted to a really good law school, and
Fantastic.
one of the things I want to write about. So there was a civil rights concentration, and one of the big things I want to do when I become an attorney is I want to help trans people legally change their names, get the gender affirming care they need. And here's my
Thank you.
question. I want your opinion on this. So
Run it. What's up?
I just want to see if you know your history real quick. Do you know what the Great Migration is?
Like where people went from
I'll,
no.
I'll educate you. It's okay. So from the 1900s to like the 1970s, a lot of Black Americans were leaving the South and they were moving north. Now, I'm wanting to write an article. It has to be 15 to 25 pages, and I have some data to prove this. Well, not exactly prove it, but to back it up. I think we're having what I'm calling a great queer migration because a lot of queer people are leaving conservative states and are moving to more liberal states because of discrimination, laws against them, things of that nature. I was wondering if you agree or disagree with that.
I would say that most trans people are poor as shit because it's
Yeah.
really hard to live as a trans person. So therefore, I'd make the argument that a lot of trans people are not actually migrating or moving or anything of that nature.
Well, I have some interesting sources I could send you if you're willing to read them. I'm not trying to change your
I'm
view or
not.
nothing. Huh? I'm sorry?
Thank you, but no, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I think it's a topic that should be addressed because I'm concerned about it. Concerned about it as someone who's a gay cis male myself, and I try to be an ally to trans people. And I will admit, I'm not perfect. I'm only human. You know.
You sound like you're chipping away. You sound like you've moved past the point of yeah, just let people, let people be happy. Let people do whatever they want to do. I don't need to know about that. Like that's like the initial thing, and then once you move past that, it's like, oh, being trans is very difficult, and it's fucked up what society is doing to trans people.
I mean, it is.
Like, and the more you learn, the more you realize, oh, it's not good out here for some troons.
I agree. I mean,
Uh,
especially in super red.
But yeah, I would also, oh, I caught it. I would also be cautious of just like turning something that's like historically a black thing into like just queering it. I would just be cautious about that. That's, it seems like I don't know. I would meet with somebody about that.
Right. I mean, maybe I
Some
should
stuff is supposed to stay black stuff, you know?
agreed. I mean,
But
maybe I should
I don't
word
know
it
I don't
differently.
know too much about that. I'm just saying that's just off the top of my head what I'm thinking about.
I understand. Well, I appreciate talking to you. I do have to split. You have a good one.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Have a good one. You too. All right. I will also say if you're enjoying the stream, please double tap the screen. It helps more people hear the transgender dolls gospel. Speaking of gospel, what's up, mate?
Hey there, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. So, do you believe that there's a difference between men and women?
Well, uh, they're both genders.
No, like a man and a woman, like physically, in terms of bone structure, hormones, stuff like that.
Sometimes.
No, all the time.
Well, you asked me, do I believe that? And I said I believe it sometimes.
Okay, so if you have someone who's born a man and you have someone who's born a woman,
Well,
will
how
there be
can you be born?
differences?
Well, wait. But men and women are social categories. So how can you be born into a social category? That sounds like indoctrination.
Uh,
You're born with a biological sex, which would be labeled as male and female. But I want to
Yes.
clarify that there is a big distinction between male and female and men and women. Men and women are social categories. Male and female are
Okay,
biological
I
categories.
get you.
So, if we're going to have a serious conversation about this, let's get our language straight. The only thing about me that's ever straight.
And then, if we're getting our language straight, yeah, what is a woman, in your opinion?
You don't know?
No, you told me you want to get language straight, so I want
Yeah, I know, but you don't
to
know
make
about
sure we're on the
women?
same page. What?
You don't know what a woman is?
No, you tell me what.
What do you mean?
You tell me what your opinion on it is.
I love stuff like this because
I'm
it's
not
like,
like trying to make it an argument.
well, I mean, it just sounds like you don't know what women are.
No, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm asking you a simple question. What's your opinion of a woman? What's your definition?
I love women. That's my opinion
Okay, but what's your definition?
of women.
Yeah, what is a woman to you?
Hold on.
Because you told me that you want to get our language straight, you want to differentiate between male and female, man and woman, but now you can't define the language that you want to
Oh,
clarify.
sorry, I didn't say I can't define. You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Okay,
Is there
I
a
get you.
title here? Am I doing a? You came in here like, yo, what's asking questions and stuff, and I'm here to talk. I'm here to chill, yo. I'm here to catch some vibes. I'm here to smoke this uh lames.
No, but I mean, you told me you want to get our language
All
straight,
right, all right. I
so
will go and I'll be right back. One moment, one moment, one moment. Okay. A woman is a person who's wait, hold on. I wrote it down. I need to be fucking. I have like the right answer written down. The gender usually, but not exclusively, attributed to females. That's a woman. Do you hear that?
yeah, I got you. It's a bit of a confusing definition.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, I don't particularly understand, and I
That sounds like a
assume
you
you are
problem.
like LG something.
Uh,
You're LGB something, right?
yeah, but
Because I
not for the
mean,
reason you're asking.
you look like a dude.
I know.
You are a dude, to be fair.
You know, some might say.
But okay, so basically, what I'm trying to get across is you have a man and a woman, or you have,
This is
yeah, your
boring.
definition of a man and a woman.
Come on, guys, let's do better. Boring. Oh, I just don't need to have these conversations over and over again. Ugh. Stallone's, what's your pronouns? Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Should I this? Who knows? Who knows? What a bot. Yeah, some people are just bots, and that's God's truth, unfortunately. Well, y'all should double tap that screen. I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to tell you what to do. But you had me move my roommate's dishes. It is sitting in a very weird spot off screen. You know you can't defend lunacy? No, I've just had that conversation so many times. It's boring to me. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to educate you. I'm here because I'm allowed to be, and because it's good for me to take up space. And it's important for me to take up space. You know, I'm not feeding the homeless, but it's important. You're not educating anyone? I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to educate anyone. I'm trying to hold space. Holding space for myself. I'm holding space for other trans women. It's not my responsibility to educate you. It's your responsibility. And then you can make an argument. It's difficult because I'm talking at a level that's so much higher. But we could do burden of the oppressed that it is to educate in some capacity, but that's we're not having that conversation. You know? So I'm just here. I'm here, I'm queer, and you have questions that I don't have to answer. And that's the tea. Pocket whore. Ah. I am getting the this one next. That's my next surgery. Uh, we did this.
And then we're gonna do that so that we can have this voice all the time and everyone will respect me then, right? They don't just like hate trans people just arbitrarily because they think it's weird. It's so exhausted from all of this, just constantly. What are we doing? Is Adam's apple outpatient? I don't know what you mean by that. I just thought of the best drag king name. One of the games I play is what is the best drag king name? And the one I thought of last was Bodega, but I think Adam Apple is Adam Apple. I just got that idea because I was just looking at it. Adam S. Apple. But Adam Apple like sounds better. Adam Apple goes so hard. Girl, don't fuck with me. Also, I've been cooking up this new TikTok take. Oh, oh, it says people are gonna go crazy for this one. Nah, I won't do it here, but it's about sports. And it's about, you know what? Look, if I play a video game and we play the video game and I win and then you say I'm cheating, maybe you're just bad. Sorry. How do you make money? It's a great question. Do you mean in generally or me? Like DM me. You've been in here a bunch. DM me. Me? Yeah, DM me. We'll talk about that. Are you a Troon? Are you a doll? Sorry, doll. Troon is two pronouns. Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, wouldn't you like to know so that you can feel all woke for using my good pronouns? I did a good thing today, Mom. Mom, I saw one of those like LG rainbow people, and I used its pronouns that it wanted me to. I sorry, I'm just being mean. I'm sure you're a lovely person. I'm sure you're lovely. I'm just being mean and trying to make this entertaining for everybody here. But if you're enjoying the stream, double tap, that helps, as well as the heart me. Heart me is the thing. I'll go like this if you send me one of those, so that you can be part of the team and we can build. I have giga plans. I wanted to call you gorgeous. It makes some mask people. Do you think there's anything masculine about me? Do you really think that there's something masculine about me? That's oh girl. Oh, where? Thank you. Thank you so much. Mask where? Yeah, no, I'm literally just messing with you. This is my space to with cis people. You're not getting canceled. Nobody's coming for you. You're not oppressed. They're canceling me for speaking up and doing free speech. I did free speech, and now they're canceling me. Cancel culture isn't real. Stop. Stop saying its name. You're kidding? Yeah, I'm kidding. We're having a back and forth. You're very nice. Trains are cool. Shout out autism. Thank you for the heart. It is a heart me. Okay, it is called a heart me. It helps with whatever I'm doing here. But I'm just trying to be entertaining, frankly. And I'm entertaining myself too. And my roommate, she hates this. Oh, thank you for the roses. You have autism? You could just take the question mark off of that comment. Like, you don't need to ask the question. It's been fun, a nice afternoon distraction. Well, thank you very much. I don't know what chat GPT you're testing, but I yeah, I wanted to be respectful. You're lovely. Everybody here is lovely. You're all lovely. I mean that sincerely. Why is your voice so deep? Seriously. Why is your voice? Maybe because I left it like that. Maybe I didn't clean my room on purpose, thank you. Maybe I put that there on purpose so that I would know where it is. Okay? Yeah. You understand? Yeah. There we go. Nice t-shirt. Thank you very much. I love MCR, and this is one of my upper echelon of t-shirts. I feel like, and this is not politically correct to say. So everybody get ready, okay? Political incorrectness incoming. Political incorrectness is on the way. I still kind of deal with my clothes the way I did pre-transition. I have like a few pairs of jeans and a ranking of shirts. And this is one of the better shirts. Flipped, canceled, deplatformed. Yeah. Someone asked, do I have a boyfriend? Do I have a best friend? Yes. I should stop shaking. Uh, Boyfriend? No. I do not have a boyfriend. Why do you ask? Why are we asking? What are we asking about? What you curious if I have a boyfriend? What- Ellie? I-E? What's going on? I don't know. Didn't you hold up an L earlier? Maybe. Who told you that? Who told you that? Does Sunday have Riz? Like that person who was there before? It's high in Italian. But okay, but then how do I say that? I can read it, but it just looks like E-I-I-I. A. I. E. Oh. Like what does it sound like? You know? Was Sunday that person who I was talking to earlier? Person who had like a TikTok platform or whatever? Oh, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn Italian.
Hey,
A. Okay, so like E-A-Y or A-Y. A. But like I. But like A.
nice. Just A.
A. Just the
Ciao.
letter A.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You remember
That's lovely.
I commented down on the video about the cheese space, trans space.
You commented down.
Yeah, down your video, and write you an hug from Italy.
Oh yeah. And I gave you a like, and I think I followed you. Yeah, I'm all about just trans women having the internet spider web of
Yeah.
people talking to each other. I'm all about that. So of course, thank you for love from Italy, love from America, even though
Where are you in America?
I'm in New York. I'm very lucky to be in New York.
Very lucky. Yes, I'm in Rome.
Mm. Ooh, oh, that's amazing. I love that for you.
Yeah. Have you
You
ever
got
been Italy?
I actually have been to Rome before.
Really? When?
Yes. My dad saw that my grandparents were getting old, and
Okay.
so he wanted to do like one nice family trip before they started getting too old or not being here anymore. And so we went to Rome.
Wow,
I'm
I'm
so
so
serious.
excited.
Pardon?
It's very excited.
It was. Yeah.
Great story.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and then now my grandparents are old, so it was a really nice thing that we did. And the food was amazing, and the people were so nice and sunny and nice. Like the city is amazing.
Yeah, the weather is
The
good.
weather.
I was in New York 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, in August. It's wonderful.
Did you find it overwhelming? I feel like a lot of people find New York overwhelming.
Yes, but my love town is Paris, so Paris really overwhelming.
Okay. Interesting. I think I've been to Paris once and I really enjoyed it. But
Oh.
the food is better in Italy. What do you buy? Never said that.
Yeah, there is just a battle between Paris and Italy.
Hmm. Yeah, well, they think it's a battle.
I think it's like San Francisco, New York. I don't know.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. West Coast, East Coast.
Oh my God. What do you think about the England, the Supreme Court claims about our identity?
Oh, fantastic. Here's why. Not really fantastic. It's fucked up. But it's it's almost so funny because the language they're using is all dog whistles,
Mm.
right? What did they say, right? Trans women are not women,
Mm.
right? Take that logic to what they're really saying. Trans people are not people.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're slowly gonna just chip away at it
Yeah.
until the general public, until everybody
Yeah,
starts
I
to think a
think
certain way, and then they'll start doing bad shit.
yeah, I think most people don't see us like human.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely agree with you when you say want a safe space from cheese people because they don't feel me safe.
Sometimes. Although I will say that was a bit hyperbolic. Because I've been in trans only spaces and or at least like trans women spaces, and those girls are still catty. So that's a whole like other, trans spaces are not necessarily the greatest thing in the world, but it is frustrating to go into a space and sort of not know who's gonna be like.
I know there is a place in New York. The name is Tea Lounge, and
I've been wanting to go there with a friend.
yeah,
My
really,
a friend who lives what's what not north uptown. My friend who lives uptown.
it's cool or nothing
Uh
special.
oh no, we've been wanting to go. We haven't gone yet.
Okay.
But also I'm so
I'm not going to be looking for men at the
Ah,
bar, but
it's for looking man the club.
I think so. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a
Okay,
trans bar.
it's like
It's called the
a
Tea
gender
Lounge.
club in Rome. We are
What?
in Rome. We are the same club. The name is Gender Club, and
Gender club. Okay.
yeah, and it's a space, very little space, just for transgender and transvestites and cis men.
Yeah, okay. It's a chaser bar.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Uh,
you have need to have a hard skin for get in the club, gender club. Hard skin.
what's that? Just because like the guys there are just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's just rude.
Ugh. Well, yeah, because it's the transphobia times misogyny. It's the misogyny multiplier
It's the same.
and the homophobia multiplier also coming in to do a triple team. That I don't like saying that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the same. So we are so poorly girl
It
in
is,
the
and it
world.
is very frustrating because if a trans person tries to speak up about, things that trans people experience, people talk about, oh, everybody thinks they're so, but everybody's so sensitive these days. Everybody, oh yeah, they just deny anything we say. They don't know what V coding is. They don't know about what it's like growing up as an egg. They don't know about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and you
Yeah.
feel free to message me anytime. I hope you have a
Ciao,
wonderful rest of your day.
Sloan.
Ciao. Thank you for messaging me.
Ciao.
Aye. Okay,
Have a good
ciao.
day, Annie.
You too. Bye bye, gorgeous. Take care. Okay. Oh, I thought there was somebody else who wanted to join, but doesn't seem that that's the case. It's hearts, 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 hearts. I don't know. I could beg for likes again, or we could start talking about something else. Who knows? What time is it? I think I get a little. Let's do like we'll see. We'll see if where it goes. We'll see where it goes in the next 5-10 minutes. But yes, love, 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 love. I actually was talking to someone about this recently. I think that transness and like internet, not like lexicon, but like internet, whatever those are called. What's my favorite color? I mean, I'm a trans girl. You gotta say teal. Teal is the classic trans girl color because teal. Everybody was like, it's girly blue. 4chan is down. I know. What am I supposed to do for entertainment? I gotta sit here and let 30 people judge me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, 4chan is down, which is crazy. I what? Okay. Does anybody know how to code? Because I want to make a website by trans women for trans women, and it'll be TTTTT, but just like better. And like I could, I can, I can like design it and understand how it would work, but I can't actually code it. What's TT? I don't, but that sounds dope. I fucking know. I just need low key. You could use. I've tried. I am too stupid. DM later. You know how to code. You know how to chat GPT code. We need a website because if 4chan is down, where are the dolls gonna go? Where are the chasers gonna go? We could just call it TTTT. That's not. You know a girl who does? Is she willing to collaborate seriously and moderately professionally with a random internet stranger who most likely has a social media addiction? Like, is she like good at like can like make websites for real? Because I'm an ideas person. I can see it. I can't grab it. I need somebody to grab it and mold it, and I can't do that. That's just not how I'm built. You know.
for whatever reason. But DM me. I'm dead serious about this. This could be a very big opportunity. This could be a financial opportunity. Not that that's the point. My TikTok screen time hours are my own. Okay, well then, girly, let's make history. Let's make herstory. Let's undercut 4chan for the dolls and like chasers. Because I honestly believe that having an anonymous internet space can be a good thing. It could be called like T Square or T Block because that's 4 T Block. Like on God, right? You know what I mean? I got it going on up here, but I can't mold it. Ah. If any trans girls are like goated coders, please DM me. We'll make infinity dollars. Or what, not infinity, but we'll make enough to sustain ourselves forever. Follow the live creator. What's up, Noah? Why is your picture so purple? Only been 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Well, whatever is going on. Fun to talk. Oh, it was I hate it here. It's the stench. Mr. Anderson. Anybody, the Matrix, the fucking guy from the Matrix? Mr. Anderson. I think we have a particular. You're really down. You're really down on trying to navigate finding good online spaces. Well, one of my specialties is creating space. So we could make our own space. I know what the vision would be, but I just can't mold it. But one of the things I'm very passionate about, unironically, is creating space and community. Something I'm good at. It's something that comes naturally to me. And it's important, low key. Trans women need that space. We do. You know? It wouldn't be too difficult to moderate. Just moderate it for a little bit, then get some mods. Say if it's important to me. All right, word. I'm following you. We'll talk. We'll talk. I requested. We'll talk. All right, word. Hell yeah. Because TTTT is an important thing in a trans woman's journey, I think. Not even journey. Can I join your live? Sure. You'd have to. Oh, it won't let you join because you have no followers. No followers. Bro's got no bitches. Is a white trans thing? Honestly, no bitches. What? You could be gay? The fuck? Is a white trans thing? Oh yeah, yeah. So I actually have had a really interesting thought about that. Probably, like, yeah, but it's because like the board is so racist, but it's not. It's like anonymous, and they don't moderate the racism. So my hypothesis would be that because I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was going somewhere I don't remember. Oh, somebody. Friend. Broken Rune. Really good username. What's up? Hello?
Just connecting off my headphones. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are we doing? What's
Good.
up?
So I had an observation, and it's about trans men actually. And on the surface, it may sound like kind of stupid, but I just want to like say it and like you actually push back on it, so I could like. I want you to play devil's advocate, is what I'm getting at. So
We'll see, but let's shop it around. Let's see what happens.
So what I've come to observe is like trans women like fully embody the ethos of womanhood, like down to the archetypical core of like what I think it means to be a woman,
Okay.
including how
Okay,
women
quickly.
suffer. Sure.
I already have your answer. I mean, I'll let you finish, but yes,
Sure.
I know exactly where we're going with this. Run it.
You probably are, but I feel like trans men never want to be like a 45-year-old plumber from the Bronx. They just want to be like Timothy Chalamet. Like they don't want to be like actually what a man is in all of its horror. They just want to be like an idealized version of what a man is.
Yeah. So you just said you feel.
Yeah, just based on what I've observed. I mean, I could be wrong. And like I'm saying, if you could like
Yeah,
correct
I'm just
this
gonna
line of
call that
thinking,
that's wrong. I mean, they're hella like middle-aged trans dudes. I mean, because trans people be getting, so that's a reality. But also, there are like middle-aged trans dudes who are like bald dudes with hairy chest and like whatever. You know what I mean?
I
You
don't
just
think I
probably
don't think your biology determines your gender. I think it's like how if you embody an archetype. I think archetypes like decide who you are, and if you embody, the archetype of a woman, then you are a woman. If you embody the archetype of a man, then you are a man. But I find that
not
like
exactly, not exactly. I think it's you exist as is more I would frame it like, at a certain point, right? In terms of gender, if like, and that's why it's like people be like, "Oh, you think you're female?" It's like, well, no, I'm taking hormones to
right.
change the fact that I'm literally not. Like that's literally the problem, right? And that is a discomfort. That is, but beyond discomfort, it's very complicated to talk about. Also, can I say for some, you like low key sound like, and I don't mean this as an insult. Maybe y'all are just from the same place or whatever, but like you low key sound like Nick Fuentes.
Oh, he's from Illinois. I'm from Long Island. I don't like that guy too. The
Okay,
funny,
well, word that you don't like him, but
yeah,
okay.
and the funny thing is I think he's actually like a closeted femboy. I think he like so badly wants to just be like a femboy, but he's
Okay,
so
so I will say, it is a homophobic narrative that is perpetuated by media that people who are hateful of queer and gay people are closeted. And the reason the media does that is because it puts the blame or the it vilifies back on a queer person.
yeah. Normally, I would 100% agree, but there's like actual evidence
Oh, they're just
specifically Nick
like
Fuentes. Like normally, I would
Nick
agree with
Fuentes is
that.
just queening out on some shit.
No, like there's like somebody found like his search history, and I'll just put it this way: you can look into it, but I agree with your statement in most cases, but in the case of
But
Fuentes,
in this case, it's like
there's actual
did,
evidence that he's like probably a closeted femboy. He was shopping for the socks, and he was watching the certain stuff on the Corn website, and people got access to his search
what does
history.
femboys watch?
What'd you say?
What a femboy! Like what?
Well,
What was he watching?
according to his search history, he was simultaneously consuming femboy adult content and shopping for fashion that is aligned with the femboy aesthetic.
The femboy aesthetic. That's a
Yeah,
good band name. It's a
yeah,
really good band
that
name.
is, that is, that is.
Anyone trying to start a band with me? The femboy aesthetic.
If I embodied it, I would, but I just look like a regular masked dude.
That
Unfortunately,
doesn't matter. I don't see gender. I don't see gender. Don't worry about it. I don't see gender.
but like,
Yeah, see that's what I'm curious about. What I'm sure that there's a lot of femboy art out there. What type of femboy art specifically might he have been watching?
ones where two femboys put parts of their bodies inside each other.
Oh, so just like guest violation warning. You got a violation warning for some reason. I'm sorry. I don't know
Yeah,
what you did.
I'm trying to dance around saying it, but I think
No,
the
I
algorithm.
think you're doing a good way at dancing around it or whatever, but
Um, but yeah,
anyway, I will also say if
If you're enjoying the stream, do the tap thing.
Yep.
Because the more people who filter through here, the higher percent chance that we get somebody who's like funny as fuck and lit, and you're chill for real. But what I mean is like, oh, just every once in a while we get somebody who's golden and hilarious, and that's the content. So the more likes, the more filter, the more it cycles.
Right.
It's an engine. There's an engine.
Right,
But
right.
anyway, sorry,
Actually,
please continue. Please continue.
I want to refine my initial statement a bit because you made a good point that there is a lot of like older trans men that like fully embody like the archetype of a man. I
Yeah.
feel like it's specifically like with Gen Z, so it's not even like a trans thing. It's more of like a generational thing. Where
Okay, so
like,
I can speak to something about that. I can actually speak to something about that. There is sort of an archetype of gay trans men who are younger that is considered problematic in the trans community.
you think that's what I'm
From
noticing, but I don't have the words to like
yeah, you're
articulate it.
probably like you're on the outside seeing one of those pop up every once in a while,
Yeah,
and
because like I said, I
you're
live in
like,
New York, so I interact with a lot
oh,
of trans
word,
people.
you
So
do?
yeah.
Bro, I'm in New York. I need to fucking be doing shit. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm chronically ill, so not much, unfortunately.
Oh
But
shit! But where you're
yeah,
interacting with a lot of trans people.
just in day-to-day life, like at like the deli and stuff. Like,
Oh, for real?
yeah, I mean, in New York, you just run
No,
into
yeah,
queer
I
people all
know,
the
but
time. Yeah.
it's weird to me because I'm the fruitcake walking around, so I don't know how other people are perceiving me, which is honestly
If I
very
perceived
very
you, I'd
anxiety
probably try to
inducing.
flirt with you because I flirt with queer-coded people, but that's me.
Oh
um,
well, flattered.
uh, but I thought you were in LA. I don't know why I thought that though.
It's giving LA. I don't know.
Are you from New York originally?
I'm from New York, Westchester, but
Oh, okay.
my dad's side of the family are like native New Yorkers,
Okay,
and I
yeah.
grew up like going to New York and whatever, going to the city.
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, and then when my siblings were born, my parents moved us to Long Island, and I lived most of my life in Long Island, and now I live in Ozone Park, Queens again.
Oh snap! I'm in Brooklyn right
Yeah.
now. Live in
Um,
I don't want to say it just in case, but
Hopsec, yeah.
no, Brooklyn. If I try to like,
Oh,
does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Like,
But I also want to say, like, everyone has the right to express themselves, like, how they want to express themselves. I just feel like, specifically with, like, the Gen Z trans men, it's almost like a fetishization of youth, I would say.
okay, so can I explain what I think that is and where it comes from?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like early transition, early like not early in transition, but like what 4chan would call the young shits. Um, younger transitioning trans men who are gay men, right? So who trans men typically, because of the effects of estrogen, look younger than cis men.
Right.
Uh, typically, I'm not stamping that take, but I'm just saying that that is a phenomenon that, estrogen can make you look younger, and so
An
if you're on estrogen for a
observational
while,
trend. Yeah.
yeah, an observational trend. And then so gay trans men they're like 18, 19-year olds wanting attention from gay men. And so they kind of like play into the youngness
I
because men
see.
from an observation I have typically is that, and I honestly say like estrogen and testosterone, but like men and women, like men tend to like youngness, and women tend to like elder, like oldness. Well, I say
Yeah.
women tend to date up and men tend to date down.
Both
terms of like
straight and
age,
queer, you can observe
straight
that.
and queer. Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or well, because in a queer relationship, then it would be like they're dating each other. So
Right. And also, like, I was 14 hooking up with like 22-year-old guys, and I know that's like a no-no, but like that's just what it was. And it wasn't like
whoa,
like so like I feel like in the queer community, it's like a lot of like gay men kind of like overlook it in a sense. Like they don't have like the same like caution as like a straight man would, or like a straight man doesn't want to like go to jail for something like that. But then like when I was growing up, it was much more like, yeah, sure, let's do it. You know, like, and that I can't speak for everyone. That's just like my lived experience, you know?
gay women tend to definitely be like, oh my God, these older women are so hot. And gay men tend to be like, oh, this young buck, you know,
Right, right. It's like,
from observational trends that I'm painting with broad strokes. And, you know, if I was an annoying cis person right now, I'd be saying, don't cancel me.
right.
But
And
you get the
like,
idea.
I'm 27 now, and I would never, you know, would never go outside like a 3-year age range for me. Like I'd go up to 30 and like down to like 24, and that's just like me
Yeah,
personally.
I go down to 22 and up. I just go like up to 30, whatever. Probably not like 38, but like my compet era was not the best,
I feel
honestly.
like if I told like straight people like half the shit I did in like my youth, their heads would just like literally fucking explode and blood would splatter all over the walls. Like it's just like a different.
Yeah.
I'm not like justifying any of it because like sure, I'm sure there was like I'm sure I was manipulated to some extent with like power dynamics and all that. Like I'm self-aware enough to like admit that. But I
Yeah,
feel like
also if you can access therapy, I mean this with no disrespect, just,
believe me, I know I need therapy.
might be a
Believe
thing
me, I
to
know that. But
okay.
that'll just be like 1 grain of sand worth of trauma that I'll
Hold
dump
on.
on the
Is
therapist.
this one second. Coach, it was an accident. I didn't mean to kick you. I kept talking. I didn't mean to kick you. It's not about view count. I'm not a size queen.
Yeah, you seem like you're just here for genuine discussion and not like clout
I
chasing.
just I like talking to people, and that's kind of my problem. Is that I can't stand humanity, but I love people. Or like the other way around. Like I can't stand people, but I love humanity.
Yeah, yeah.
Here,
I
why don't you talk to this guy? This guy's
yeah,
really
sure,
funny and really
sure.
based. Or
Coach Realamain.
yeah, coach, why don't you come back? Can I invite you? Y'all would, I think, have an interesting conversation.
Sure.
And then Harvey Gilburns can come up too, perchance. What do you do on TikTok? Why do you have a million followers? What, do you like a workout, dude? Hey, this is how you do a bench press.
2 million, almost 2 million. Good for him.
A million. Anyway. Well, actually, a million by Little Wayne and the commodification is. What's up? How are
Hello.
we doing?
What's happening? Just wanted to ask you all, what do we all think about the new UK law the other day about the, I'm guessing you've all seen about it, haven't you?
In what?
The UK law about the, what is it?
Why?
The identification of who a
Why
woman
are you
really is.
asking my opinion?
Huh?
Are you from the UK?
I am, yeah.
What do you think about trans people?
Well, I agree with that they finally, putting a stance to this bollocks, finally.
Well, at least our schools aren't shooting galleries.
Well, that's another thing as
Well-
well. Your schools are shooting them up, aren't they?
Then why are you giving him
Well, at
fucking talking?
least we
He's just,
actually
yeah,
have
he's just giving me more
healthcare.
points. Like, he's not really helping your cause here.
Why are you giving him talking points?
You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's just giving me more
Coach-
ammunition. It's a bit silly of him.
coach view count left.
So what happened in England? I don't pay attention to English news.
Right, what, did none of you do that? You're not bothered for English thingy? Because I'm sure it would have been all over you for you pages or
Okay,
something.
okay. I'll bite. Okay. You already don't like trans people. So what's the point in asking me?
So I was just curious to see what other people's opinions are around it, realistically.
Well, what do you think my opinion is
I don't
about?
know. That's why
Well,
I'm asking you,
take a
mate.
guess. If you guess, I'll answer with my real opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I was just curious. I just wanted to see what other people think about it.
Can I ask
Well,
you
maybe.
something,
Well,
Hard?
They're finally cracking down on
Rune,
this
Rune,
stupid
1
ideology.
second. Well, one second. Maybe, Harvey, maybe I don't feel like indulging your curiosity. I don't
Right.
have to, and it doesn't
Okay.
serve me in any way.
No problem. You
I
don't have to
don't
answer
owe
my
you
question.
anything, and you already, disagree with my existence. So
How have I disagreed with your existence? I asked the question. How have I disagreed with your existence?
no, you already said you don't like trans people and shit.
No, I didn't say that. I just said I agree that they finally putting a stop to this bullshit ideology.
So what does that mean?
Have you really looked into the whole thing of it all, or have you just seen little snippets and stuff like that?
No, I just transitioned just for shits and giggles.
No, it seems about right, to be fair. That's what a lot of people do nowadays.
Harvey, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, mate.
Do you
My
consider
God,
yourself?
this guy
Consider
stinks.
yourself.
Sorry, what were you saying, Broken? What did you say, mate?
Do you consider? I'm sorry for coming at you with the fake British accent. I should come at you with good faith. Do you consider yourself a good person?
I do, yeah. Yeah, personally, yeah, man.
And do you think a cornerstone of being a good person is able to empathize with other people and understand the pain that they're enduring and put yourself in their shoes? Do you think that's a common trait in a good person?
I mean,
the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
We all have opinions, don't
No,
we?
I'm asking you a
We're not
question.
all going to agree on everything, innit?
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking, do you think the ability to put yourself in another person's shoes and feel what they're feeling, do you think that's a skill of a good person? Empathy? Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because I know who I am.
So could you imagine how much of a hell and a torture it must be if you woke up every day and instead of being some white British dude, you were a morbidly obese black man from Alabama? Wouldn't you feel,
weird
wouldn't you
example.
Feel,
Weird
wouldn't you feel
Yeah, I was
example.
going to
grief?
say, that's a bit of that's an outrageous example, that.
Or
That's
let's say, okay, you woke up as some woman in Arizona, and you were no longer some man in England. Would you feel grief? Would you feel pain and anguish that you're no longer the person? You're not in the body you belong in. Wouldn't that make you feel pain and frustration and existential grief?
No.
You would be totally fine with that if you woke up
Yeah, man.
one day and you were some woman instead of who you are.
Yeah. So, to get to have a little fiddle with me jebs and that, innit? Have a little fiddle, innit? Love that. Come on, one day.
Yo, men are
So, yeah.
I don't know if you would because now I'm confused. Because now if you say you'd be into
Oh,
it,
you're
you're
transition.
confused, mate.
yeah,
Don't
maybe
you,
you're
man.
trans.
You are.
If you would have euphoria as waking up as a woman, then perhaps you need to do some thinking, my friend.
Do you not understand sarcasm?
No, you actually don't understand. That's what's funny to me.
Just saying, if he's saying I woke up as a woman, I'll just be like, I would have a fiddle mush.
Mate, you what, mate?
But why can't you just think wow, it must be horrible for someone to not feel like they're in the right body? That must be a terrible experience.
Hold on. I wouldn't say feel like, I would say be.
Right? Yeah.
That shit's backwards. It is very inconvenient.
Right.
It is very fucking inconvenient.
Why
because
wouldn't you
I
think
get
that must?
numbskulls. I get numbskulls.
There's so
you.
many people speaking, one at a time, please.
Sorry.
Because there's too many
Because
conversations.
I get numbskulls like you giving me a
What's that?
hard time no matter what I do. I could be on here talking about my favorite flavor of jelly bean, and then I would still get somebody coming in here saying, "What's a woman?" Well, hey, tell me what a woman is, because
Well,
you know.
at least the UK knows what it is now. Come on, finally. Sorted. And now
The
they put another
UK
law in where they can arrest people for identification now. If you look into it, that's a new thing now.
So you think that they should be able to arrest someone based on how they're
No, it's
dressed?
not my things. This is the new law now. This has just
No,
come
but
about today.
Do you think that that's good?
Yeah, I agree, finally. It's putting a stand to
In
this
America,
crap.
we kind of have a culture of mind your business and do your thing, but in your country,
Not really anymore, is it?
No,
So it's
yeah, in
not.
America we have a very strong culture of like agency and freedom, but because your country was living under monarchy for hundreds of years, you people still have a
No,
serf
it's not been
mentality.
monarchy for God knows how many years at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, but it's wired into your cultural ethos because you were under a monarchy for over 1,000 years. So even though you're not anymore, your cultural ethos is that of subservience and serfdom. And our cultural
Damn.
our country was born out of telling your country, F you can't tell us what to do. And the cultural ethos of your
Sorry, who
country,
colonized you?
the cultural ethos
Sorry,
of your
33%
country,
of the world. Sorry.
the cultural ethos of your country is, yes, my lord, I will do exactly what you tell me.
33%.
The cultural ethos of your country is, yes, my lord, I will do exactly what you tell me. And the cultural ethos of my country is, F you, I won't do what you tell me. Now, I can tell you're likely a conservative. Do you think it's fair
No,
that in your
reform all the way. Reform all the way. Reform.
What, mate? You what, mate?
You sound like a downy when you speak, when you're trying to put the accent on. It's not really helping your cause, mate.
So
I'm doing an impression of you.
No, you're spitting everywhere when you're
wasn't
speaking as well. It's a bit
wasn't a
weird,
Christian
mate.
in the UK arrested for praying outside of an abortion clinic?
Again,
Yeah, but
abortion's
man,
free
you
in this country.
spitting everywhere, isn't it?
Well, yeah, when you speak, you're like spitting
No,
everywhere.
I think
like,
your
just cover
country
your
is a very
mouth.
authoritarian
Germs,
country
mate, germs.
that doesn't care about, freedom of agency and freedom of choice. You just want to tell everyone how to live their lives in England. In
No,
America,
England,
we
you
get to
just
live
do
our
what you
lives
want,
how we
mate.
want.
You just do what you want in England, mate.
Yeah,
Is
then
it
how,
what-
if you do what you want, how come a Christian man got arrested for praying outside of a Planned Parenthood in England?
Because unfortunately, England
doesn't seem like
is
it's very
turning a
free.
Muslim country.
So
Wait.
No, it
what?
is.
Wait,
It
what
is.
you said?
So, England now is, unfortunately, is on its way to be a Muslim country because now, have you seen King Charles?
Yo, you're
King Charles.
awesome, dude. You're awesome.
Have you seen now King Charles is fucking something to do with the Quran bullshit? I don't really care for it, but some of that bollocks.
If England is a free country, how come that one Scottish guy got arrested for making his dog do a Sieg Heil? That doesn't seem...
What?
That's quite funny, actually.
Count Dankula or whatever. I'm not saying I personally agree with that guy, but I believe in free speech. So England, you can't
it's
even
free
make a
to some
joke without
extent.
going to.
Free
You
to
can't
some
even make a
extent.
joke in England without going to jail for it. I don't think that's a
Yep.
very free country.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I couldn't agree more. Two-tier queer needs to go, mush.
So I think, I believe in, trans people being able to be themselves because I believe in freedom. And
You do?
even if you don't personally agree with someone's lifestyle, in America, we agree with freedom to live your life how you please.
Sorry, who's your president? Trump? Right, okay. I'll let that one sit then.
I'm not sure
I
how
don't like him. He's too orange.
Well,
Yo, who did
not
that?
me. 4 5 5
I
4
didn't let
3.
that person up. Who did that?
I don't know.
Angel of War. How'd you get up here? Wait,
They just
What?
let me up.
not me. Hold on. Angel of War. I didn't let you up. How did it do that?
It popped up with the thing saying you'll be joining.
That's
in
my
2
love,
seconds.
my scouser.
Is right. How are we, lad? You alright?
Aye, how are we, la?
Doing good, mate. Doing good. I noticed
Good.
that you were bullying America's president. Then don't
Aye.
be doing that, lad. Don't be doing that, lad. He'll end up tariffing you.
Alright, in it, I know. Me also get robbed off me tax mush.
Ah, lad, don't worry, mate. It's alright. We've got birds in Liverpool that are the same.
I know. I
colours
used to
and
go
we're
out
alright.
with a burning bootle.
Boothel, you
Aye.
poor bastard.
Why do you have an Orthodox cross if you're an
Right,
Anglo-Saxon?
Angel.
Because my dad's from.
Angel, watch this. Watch this.
matter.
Ice, slow man, in your mouth from Shield Road.
But if you're an Anglo-Saxon, why do you worship a Semitic
speaking
god?
English.
Right, give me a sec because I've got to deal with an American who's saying that because I am Orthodox and I'm speaking.
Get him
Not
back up.
me.
Don't be booting him. No.
Not me.
Get him up. Get my scouser back up now.
Not me. What do you want to talk
Get the
about?
scouser up.
Sloan, I got to take a phone call. Can you let me back up when I request again?
Yep. Not me.
Well, what I want to talk about is how
You're British
think-
too?
No, that's just my accent, but I'm not British.
Where do you
You'll
live?
hear that when I speak further. Anyways, I'd like to say I think it's really toxic to make people think that anything feminine or masculine automatically means there's someone they're not, because that just makes them more confused instead of really loving and accepting themselves as they are, which is really beautiful. You can be as masculine or feminine as you want, and it's really toxic if you tell someone, well, you can't be feminine without being a woman, which makes them think, well, I can't be myself, so I must be someone else. And I don't think that's healthy, because we should start accepting people as they are instead of pushing labels on them that really just make them feel bad about themselves, which doesn't have to be.
Yes, the classic just be a feminine man theory.
Why a theory? If you're born a male and just be feminine, why can't you do that freely?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, why can't you do that? Why can't we let women
I'm sorry.
have beards and just wear short hair without telling them that there's something they're not, and
Some women
it
do
just
have
hurts
beards.
them. It just hurts them,
Personally, not my
really.
type, but
But it hurts them because
I think the misconception is that there's somebody who's like going up to a queer kid and being like, "Hey, kid, listen, you're trans, and you need to cut off your
yeah,
genitals."
it is because
That's like
this
not
whole
what happens at all.
community just makes people think, well, if I like to have my hair long and paint my nails and just wear makeup and just be feminine, it must mean I'm a woman, because
no, hold on. Broken. Hold on. No.
but yes, it does, because it
No.
means if you're
No.
feminine, yes, it does, because it means,
No.
well, if I'm feminine and like to have long hair and have painted nails, then I must not be able or allowed to like women, because I must be a man.
No.
So I
No.
cannot be a straight man with long hair and painted nails. I just must be either a woman or a gay man, which doesn't make sense.
No. You're incorrect.
Well,
You are just flagrantly incorrect.
why is that?
Because you're asking, let me ask you a counter question, right? Why can't trans women be women? Because you're saying,
Because they are.
let me finish, please. Because you're saying that, well, why not just be a feminine man? And then I'll ask you a counter question. Why can't trans women just be women? Why can't trans men be men? Just because you shave your head doesn't mean.
Because they can never be what they're not. Do you understand? If you say
Yeah,
well,
trans
let's just go like
men
this.
can never be women. They're
Right,
men.
so
It's very obvious. Trans men are men.
Let's go like this, right? Let's go like this. If trans men are men, then or trans women are women, then what is the need to use the term trans if they are just women?
Because it categorizes.
Because
Well, let me finish. I'll answer your question. It categorizes and clarifies a certain type of life experience, and
what
is a useful linguistic tool to understand someone's identity along with the things they may or may not experience. For example, there are certain things like transphobia that trans people experience that cis people don't. So you could say, well, this person is a trans person, and you go, okay, they probably have experienced transphobia at some point. They probably,
right, but that is my
it's a
problem.
category.
What
So
I don't
then why
understand.
You don't have to be a category.
wait. So then why classify anything at all? Why
Exactly. Why do we do that?
So then why say that women are tall and women are short? Or someone
Exactly.
is
Why do we do that? That is
because that's how language works.
No.
Because we have words for things.
Exactly. And let me tell you, if you
So you're just saying why have any words for anything at all?
No, I mean short and tall, those are things we can see. You don't have to identify as those things because we can see them. Which has if
I thought you
those
could
trans
always see
topics.
trans.
You do see that is the thing I don't understand. You do not have to identify as a whole separate group of people that neither biological women or biological men can understand. You don't have to do that. You can belong to both of us. You can be. Well, see, if we actually accepted that men can be feminine and women can be masculine, you wouldn't even have to say that you're trans. You wouldn't have to explain yourself or how you are. You present yourself as you are. And if you came to me with how you're looking right now, which is really beautiful, by the way, and said you are a man, I wouldn't even have any questions. If it were widely accepted that we can express ourselves freely without putting labels and actually dividing yourself from both men and women.
So then why can't I have a label that reflects accurately who I
Because there
am?
is no label.
Wait, I
Why
gotta
would
just
we
butt in
need
real quick. I
labels?
really don't understand. What I don't
Broken.
understand is you're saying that like why can't feminine men just be feminine men? But
Exactly.
like they can. Like there is femboys. Like you're making
Yeah.
it seem like anytime there's a femboy
But
like
that is
Joe
a label.
Biden,
That is
Joe
a
Biden
label,
and Kamala
see?
Harris are
It
coming
is
up to them and
so
saying you're not
That is
actually
a
a
label
femboy.
again.
You're a woman.
Femboys. That is a label, which is for a community as free and accepting as you claim to be, the LGBTQ community that pushes against labels. You are sure one group that pushes for labels more than anyone
saying
else
that like
does.
you're just saying like why don't feminine men just be
We're not.
feminine
We're done.
men? But they
We're done.
do.
We're done.
Sloan, between you and I,
She's never
Sloan.
going to understand.
Right.
She's never going to understand.
The confusion I'm getting, Sloan, is she has this idea that like the libs are like forcing feminine men to transition. Like there is still feminine, like she thinks that like feminine men still exist. Like it's like
She doesn't understand, Miss. You don't understand that there is that feminine men reflect. Hopefully, I planted a seed. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, bless your heart. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord. There is a difference between feminine men and trans women. There is a literal difference.
right. She's making it seem like they're erasing feminine men and like forcing them to transition. Like I don't know a single
Hold on.
trans
We got to
person.
bring up the goat. We got to bring up the goat, but hold on. Goat.
Oh, it's Harvey.
Our goat. We're going to let Messi talk first. Okay, our goat? Messi,
Yo,
how are
can
we
you
doing
all
today?
just shut the fuck up, please? I hate fucking niggers. Kill all fucking niggers.
Oh, Lord. No. TikTok, I do not condone that. That's bad.
That's just edgelord behavior.
You know what? I'm going to close this because I'm actually going to upload this to YouTube. But, hi. Thank you very much for everyone who joined. If you like this content, I'm going to probably keep making more of it or just doing whatever the hell I want to do because it's my channel. Rune, Broken Rune, you don't seem very broken. You actually seem quite sturdy. Thank you very much for stopping by and chatting with us. And everyone else, I hope you had a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
It was a blast. Have a great day, Sloan.
Love you all. Take care. Like and subscribe, whore.